people say it's a gateway drug. I truly do think it like sets you up to like try other things, right? Let me try some coke or whatever, and the next thing you know, you're addicted. Or I know people that can't even sleep unless they smoke weed. That's weird, man.
Oh, dude. I'm trolling you about the coke when you say coke.
And then like Sneako's productivity and yours too. You said it like your productivity goes way up once you quit.
Yeah.
Did for me.
I think, sure. Yeah, so I just don't see any real benefit to doing it. Like, if you're a multimillionaire and you've made it and you're super successful and you want to smoke weed now, like a Joe Rogan, cool. But I think as a man, as you're trying to build yourself up, etc., like weed is only going to inhibit your ability to create something.
Yeah. There was moments when I was high and I was like, this is a really good idea, though.
Yeah.
I got some good ideas.
And then there was like 90% anxiety and fighting and like, I want
to
sober up now.
Yeah.
But then 10%
the ends don't justify the means, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's like,
it's not worth it.
Like, it's just like, it just makes you like every guy that I've ever met that's like a pothead is just stupid. Like
slow.
They're slow, they're lazy, they're lethargic. They don't really have this oomph. Like they don't have that passion. It's like, oh man, let's just chill. And it's like, dude, like what the man? And it's like, I look at it like now, like the worst thing you could be as a man in 2024 is an average guy. Like you used to be able to be an average guy like 20, 30 years ago before social media and before these girls like all thought that they were like 9s and 10s because of being on the internet. And now they're getting hit up by all these guys. Like you used to be able to make 50K per year and get a girl and be like, okay, awesome. We're going to raise a family with this chick, whatever. But now the worst thing you could be as a man is an average dude.
That's just scary.
Like average women like have access to above average men. And I don't think enough guys are like getting this through their skulls.
Yeah, this is true.
Like, dude, do you not see the fact that like the reason why the relationships have been like completely destroyed is because of social media, the internet, etc. It's created this like illusion for so many modern women that they genuinely feel like they deserve a guy that's 6'5", that makes 100,000 plus a year, that's good looking and charming and charismatic, that's like super liberal and woke and like understands female rights and is a feminist, but at the same time pays the bill and takes care of her and is a protector and a provider. It's like the two don't align, you dumb hoe. The thing is like in the internet and social media and TikTok is like programmed women to behave this way. And who controls the sexual marketplace? The women do, for the majority. Because like average guys don't control the sexual market unless you're a top tier guy.
The illusion is that women think that the top tier guy, like the millionaire that's hitting them up, wants to take them seriously, but they just want to pump and dump like crypto. They don't actually think that this is wifey material, but they go around through life because they get a couple DMs thinking that eventually when I'm 35 and after I've had my fun and my hoe phase, then I can go settle down with this guy. But that guy is going to go stick to a 21-year-old who has
and online dating, right, has like exacerbated the problem. Social media has exacerbated the problem. Like more women than ever before that actually are getting married because they met their guy through on like a dating app or like online. They didn't meet him like in person. So what does that mean? Well, if a bunch of relationships are happening online, etc., well, most guys have a shitty online profile. Let's keep it 1,000, right? Yeah. An average chick can have 1,000 followers on Instagram, mid pictures, but still get DMs and still get attention from men that are superior to her in every single way. And that's going to do something to your ego. Like on my show, it's kind of like showing it to me in like 4K. Like you get average girls coming in and like, what do you want in a guy? And they're like listing out things of a top 1%er. And they think the crazy part is I'm like, what percentage of men do you think actually meet these requirements?
They think
idea. Like 50%, 30%. Well, all the guys I know meet these requirements. Yeah, that's because you're around successful guys because you're an attractive girl, but like that's not the majority of men. So like I think in today's day and age, to bring this all back full circle, in today's day and age, as a man, the worst thing you can do is be average. Being average maybe 20 years ago was okay. Maybe in the 1950s it was okay when you can sustain on one income. But nowadays, you got to be exceptional. I think weed only hurts your ability to be the top tier guy. And I'm not saying this like, I'm telling you to not smoke weed so you can get laid. No, I'm telling you to not smoke weed so that you can be the best version of yourself so you don't have to be saddled with a girl that doesn't deserve you. Because so many guys settle with a girl that doesn't deserve them, that doesn't deserve a relationship, that's a whore. And I don't think hoes should get relationships and I don't think they deserve love. Controversial take.
Let's go.
But hoes don't deserve love. But how many guys, dude? Yeah. You know what?
Oh my god! We get 10% of that.
Yeah. There you go. We'll write it together. But so many guys, right, will sit here and like think that they can rescue or save these, and like they're a good guy, come from a good family, maybe have 3 body count, have good morals in general, and they think I'm gonna rescue this girl, whatever. And it's like, no, dude, you can't.
You can't save.
Her mind is already from what she's experienced, man. Like you take a 21-year-old girl and you take a 21-year-old guy, that 21-year-old girl is running circles around that guy when it comes to sexuality, dealing with the opposite gender, having way more practice, getting hit by guys all the time that are higher status than him. Like most dudes are clueless of like what they're actually up against when they're out here looking for a girl. And the worst thing you could do is like not be aware of what's going on. So I want guys to have the best advantage.
The internet game up, man.
Yeah.
The internet changed everything.
Well, the simping is an absolute epidemic right now. Guys who just watch girl streamers all day and like live vicariously online through streamers and just. So I'm so against porn is because these guys are just watching it and living life through the screen and never ever stepping outside. It's
so many
really
guys have
sad.
ED.
Like this is why I really think self-improvement is an important aspect to content creation, because if they just watch entertainment, then they're never going to go outside and they're going to live vicariously through somebody else who's making money off them.
And like what this has done, right? Like this is what feminism has done, right? I talked about this, and I think like all the women that hate me, if you're going to take anything away from this podcast, take away this. What feminism has done, right? And female liberation and female sexuality, etc. What it's done is it's inadvertently given all the power and leverage to the top 1% men, because now these men have the pick of the litter, because what they can do now is they can sell the dream to some girls, commit to some other girls, and like just kind of rope them along, because the guys at the top are having all the girls are chasing these dudes. So they're in a position where they could pick who they want to have sex with, pick who they want to give relationships to, and kind of just play the field. And what happens is these women get poisoned to think, this is the caliber of guy that I deserve. I've went on a date with him. I've these kind of guys before. How many girls NBA players and think, I deserve a celebrity? But what they don't realize is, yeah, you're attractive enough to fuck these guys, but are you attractive enough to keep these guys?
They don't want to put a ring on it.
Them is no. Most of you hoes don't deserve a good guy. You don't deserve a good guy at all. But they think they do because they them. And what women always do is they conflate getting sex with getting a relationship, and the two are completely different. Girls don't get that. Like, we have a sex only zone and a relationship zone. Just like girls like put guys in a friend zone and then a fuck zone. Same thing. We
Damn,
just put girls in a whore zone.
Bars.
Some real.
But like women don't get that. So like if there's a woman here watching right now that's probably pissed off at me, take that piece of advice. Are you, with the guy that you're talking to right now, whoever the fuck he is, are you in the relationship zone? Are you in the sex only zone? Is he selling you a dream or not? And girls can't distinguish the two. It's really difficult for them to do it.
What they don't understand is they think that the misogynists they yell about so much hate women, when in reality, we love women more than the feminists that yell so much, because we actually want to protect them. We want to keep them in their female state. We want to make sure that they're in control of their emotions. They have a guy that they're going to love that's going to be able to guide them, because if women are controlled by their emotions, which they absolutely are, they're never going to make decisions that make sense for their own greater good.
And this is why, like, if you look at any religion or any civilization, really, why were they all patriarchies? Why were fathers and brothers so involved in the mating process for women? Because they know that if you leave a girl to her own devices, who's she going to pick? She's going to pick the bad boy. The guy that's an asshole. She's going to pick the guy that is going to give her sexual arousal in the time being, but might not be a good suitor long term. So like, this is why brothers and fathers, etc., arranged marriages were such a thing, because they know if you leave women to their own devices, they're going to end up single or make themselves whores. Like, how many girls are here in LA or in major cities fucking just riding the cock carousel, complaining about men? I can't find a guy. Where'd all the good guys go, etc. They're in there. It's just that you're dumb is more interested in getting incitement and a charming, charismatic guy than finding a guy that's boring and going to take you seriously and give you a long-term relationship. Because the problem is that when a man is sexually arousing versus a guy that like has provider value, etc., the two a lot of the time don't align.